Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your night to join me. It's just the same old guy, missing half his shirt, kind of in the same position, talking about just something slightly different, kind of a mood, who really appreciates you joining me in my sort of journey of self discovery and meaning. I'm just a middle aged American man who is looking forward to applying for his AARP card in just 13 short years. We all need something to look forward to. And my something that I look forward to is my AARP card. Albert David Guillen, born 1987, 50 years old, card carrying member, well into the 22nd century, where I will then peacefully sort of let myself go to the stars, only after I've accomplished smoking MJ in 3 centuries, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. And then whatever happens to me, happens to me. I'm just trying to make it till then, So in that time, I figure there's some stuff that I could do, and I may as well fill my time doing some stuff that will, kind of make me feel like I'm contributing something to the world, all while just trying to maintain some basic sanity as it concerns. I have like another 70 plus years here, so I'm very much interested in being my healthiest and best self. Tonight, I want to talk about universal internet and phones, right? So the good old social capitalist boy here is just kindly reminding everybody that, like, in order for people to have jobs and in order for people to be a part of the economy, they have to have phones. But moreover, we're growing into a world where the internet is turning into a basic human right. There's been countries all over the world since the inception or introduction of the World Wide Web that have offered social nationalized web service, in that they have web-based companies, but there aren't web-based companies that charge people to utilize the internet. Now you can get like higher speeds or whatever, or specialized data packets and plans and so forth, but there are countries, many countries all over the world, where the internet is free. Now, I feel like the United States of America is lacking in this category because we charge people to use the internet here, which again is not good for business. As a business, we should be making business available for everybody. I don't just want the top wage earners having access to Amazon. I want everybody having access to Amazon, in that, like, if they don't have to pay money to get on the internet, they can pay money to buy products from my company. You feel me? So, like, how is that not a good cost to absorb as a company when it concerns the bottom line? Again, it's like some straight up good old fashioned American toxic hustle culture, nickel dime, unneeded, kind of unjustified, let me shake you down, anti, like competitive nature thinking. It's foolish, is what it is. In that, like, universal internet is something that is arguably, not just arguably, factually better to have than it is not. So again, like, the internet should be free for everybody. We should have access to the very thing we all need to have access to have our best kind of life. I mean, not a lot of people watch TV anymore, I mean, not a lot of people. It's really important. Old people, for example, that are barely able to afford their rent and food, aren't really in a rush to reach out to Comcast or Cox to get high speed internet service for $60 a month. Like, what they'd be more interested in is getting free internet, right? So that they can actually use the internet, so they can actually learn how to use the internet first, so that they can then become paying members of an economy that is digitally based and should welcome consumers, not discriminate against them. The internet is not like IRL, in that, like, as in it shouldn't be anyway compared to that, in that, like, you know, people buy stuff on the internet, and people are able to buy more stuff on the internet if they don't have to spend so much money getting access to the portal that allows them to spend more money to buy stuff. Like, again, it's beyond redundant. It's super stupid. Again, this country's just barely getting around to the fact that old people specifically, especially low income people of all over the board, need phones. I mean, like, I grew up as a millennial hearing boomers and Xers, like the haters, call, Obama phones. Like, I mean, that was like a meme before memes were memes. You feel me? And it's sort of like, well, those Obama phones help tens of thousands of people have access, very basic access, to the things they need to facilitate their life. Whether or not that's having a caregiver come over to their crib or offer or schedule a ride to go to the doctor, like, these are vital services. And again, like, if you don't already have the money to access these vital services because you're spending, like, literally your arm and your leg to get these prescription medications that the doctors are keeping you hooked to just to keep you alive, to keep making more money, arguably, to begin with, like, it turns into this whole thing. You feel me? And again, it's sort of like, it even turns into a thing where it's so far removed from the actual introduction of the debate that, like, it's semantics at this point. What's important to understand is that people deserve, moving forward, access to the internet for free. Again, eat the cost, internet service providers. Like, I don't care. I don't care. And, like, if you care that much to, like, sort of threaten, the exodus of, like, your business and stuff, go right on ahead. Leave. See you later, buddy. There's somebody else that'll do what you're unwilling to do for cheaper and better. That's just the way it is. Right. That argument can be used in both ways, not just against the most marginalized and exploited people, but also those of you that think you have power. Just like, I'm so anti bailing out banks that it's sort of like, what good did that do? You feel me? I would have let the banks burn. Like, and again, every average American that you'd ask would also have that same feeling. Like, I guess the 1,000 of us that didn't have that same feeling were in bed with the very companies that threatened the United States government's insolvency because of their irresponsibility. Like, seriously, Uncle Sam should have gave him a good bird and said, thanks, sorry, it's the free market. Do your business better. Oh, you guys, committed crimes? Well, sorry, now you gotta be prosecuted, right? Even if that means some point later on in the future, one of your buddies pardoning you. Point in fact, Enron executives. So again, it is what it is. You feel me? But, like, at some point it's not. And at some point it has to be what it isn't. And currently what it must be that it isn't is something that is seriously required for our most marginalized parts of the population, including senior citizens and people that need access to have the internet and phones so that they can get a job. Right? So that all of you mongers out there who want everybody to work, to have meaning in their life because you're projecting it on them and you feel like they can only have meaning in their life by serving you, at least give them the tools to do it. Seriously, it's one thing to be like, figure it out on your own and I still want this, I'm still producing, I still expect this result. And it's another thing to give people the tools that they need, expect the results, and have, the kind of accountability that's needed for effective communication moving forward amongst all parties that are providing informed consent in whatever kind of a goal you're setting out to achieve. So again, like, universal web service and phones are something that need to come, point in fact, out the gate for everybody. Like, I don't know how that happens. I don't care how that happens, honestly, in that, like, again, if private companies are unwilling to do it because it's not profitable or it's not as profitable as they'd like, well, then again, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Like, what do you want from me? We live in a free market. It's capitalism here, baby. What are you gonna do? You're gonna pull a Saks and like take everybody's money and then come to Uncle Sam when you need it the most and say, hey, sorry, I stole everyone's money. I can't make the bills this month. If you don't bail me out, the economy's gonna collapse. Well, what do you mean the economy's gonna collapse? This is Uncle Sam, dude. This is the full faith and pledging service of the United States government. Like, we'll take care of this. You know what I mean? You guys, on the other hand, again, like, I'm sure you'll be able to afford good attorneys. Reach out to them. Make it so that you can, go back out to your other crony buddies and get a pardon at some point in the future. I mean, this is how cronyism works. Get with the program, Holy potatoes. My name is Albert. This is Vlogs About Nothing. I really appreciate all of what you guys do for me. Ladies, gentlemen, they, them. You give me, kind of something that I can't ever buy, that I'm not even interested in buying, and that it's not as fun. You feel me? Like, it's just not as fun, right? I mean, OF can be fun when you have a credit card that you're ready to charge and you need some time to spend some company with another member of the opposite sex, but it still doesn't beat the good old-fashioned date where you meet out on the street and you go and watch a movie and you go out for some Taco Bell after to kind of see where the night's gonna take you. Am I going to invite this girl up to my place? Absolutely. Will she say yes? Who knows? I hope that you guys have a really good night. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, consider subscribing. It takes just a couple of seconds on whatever device you're watching me on. Also, I have an active Patreon, and if at the very least you're unwilling to do those things, consider dropping the video a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm out just a ton. We're going on 600 videos, I think in the next week or so we'll be at 600 videos, which again is just... I'm so elated. This catalog that we're building ever so slowly but surely is going to be a good thing. It really is. It's already a good thing. I mean, the channel just got 20,000 views. We're well over 1,100 subscribers. Like, life is good. It's as good as it can be for those specific numbers at this time. But we're riding it. We're riding it till the wheels fall off. I hope that you guys have a really good night, and thanks again for joining me in my life experiences. It's always fun to have you. So, bye.